Hi,
Hi. Welcome to the Weasley Sisters Vlogmas Day 18. I'm starting
Woohoo.
it.
I'm Naturally Nitty.
And
And
today we're going to talk about what we've been binging
sure,
lately while we're making our crafting things.
crafting all the things. um, all right, so I have been listening to a lot of Christmas music. Um, and actually I've been using just Alexa. Oops. Alexa, no. She turned on. Um, um, and just listening to Christmas stations. I forget, I think it's like favorite holiday stations on uh Amazon or whatever she uses.
Mhm.
I forget. Um, because a lot of the times the kids are around or we're doing stuff and I can't really watch all the things. But if I do want to watch all the things, um, I've been doing just Christmas movies, like all the stupid cheesy ones on Netflix or Hulu or I think Amazon Prime has some. But yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing because I feel like in December I can't watch anything else but Christmas related things, which is kind of silly, but that's how I roll. What about you? What are you watching?
Um, so I haven't been binging anything like listening wise, which I want to get back into some books because I started a really good series and I was just waiting for the thing the other books to come
Oh yeah,
from the library. Um, but I've been binge watching a ton of crap. I'm not even kidding, a ton, and it's not all Christmas. So we've been doing the crappy Christmas movies where you just take um, an upstart or not an upstart, but like a 20 something girl, and she goes to a small town and falls in love with. You like pick and choose what
right,
happens, and you know what's going to happen.
right.
The prince, the rich guy, the hometown boyfriend, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we've been doing those and there's only so much of that you can take. So then we've been binge watching like when Bella's around. We've been binging Eureka or The
Oh, fun.
Mentalist on Amazon Prime. And then I on Netflix, I straight up binged watched um Virgin River. It's like a new
I saw
little series.
the preview for it. Is it good?
Yes, I binged it like in 2 days, if that.
Ooh.
I binged watched Glow Up, which is also on Netflix, and it's amazing. I love that show. It was awesome. It's about like
Ooh.
makeup artists. It was really cool,
Okay.
like a reality show, and it was awesome. I also I binged watched a bunch of stuff. Like I'm currently going through like the current season of the new Nancy Drew. Like I binge watched through that. Which is on the CW. And then I binged watched what else? So Andy and I are going through The Walking Dead. So we're catching up on this season. I'm catching up on this season of Supernatural. Like I'm caught up at the break. What else have I been
I still
watching?
have never watched Supernatural. Or I watched like the first maybe 5 episodes and I never watched the rest.
And I binged watched through Orphan Black, which I want to restart that and watch it again. So I finished that series.
I had
And
started
then
that.
it's
I
really
had
good.
gotten like either one. How many seasons are there?
5.
I think I don't know why I stopped. You know how sometimes you like start binge watching a show and then you jump to another one and you jump like
Yeah.
I did that to a couple different things. So I've watched like a season or two of it, I think.
So I had
It was
started
good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, I had started binge watching The Crown again, but
Okay.
it just is so like I like it. Like I'm on season 3, I think, or 2. Anyways, I like it, but it's also depressing. Like depressing that like
She had to do
as the
that.
queen, she has like all this stuff at her fingertips, but she also is limited so much, and it just was depressing me. And like the stuff she had to do to her sister that depressed me.
Oh, I think I
It
only
was just
watched the first season.
and it not like she had to do anything to her sister, but like the stuff she had to like rule on, it was
Yeah.
just kind of depressing. So I like turned it off because it was just like sad. Like anyways, so I had to stop watching that. But I've been binge watching through I'm on the second season of Man in the High Castle. Um, and then I started watching V Wars on Netflix.
Is that good? I saw that.
Like I'm watching it and they're like crazy weird vampires, but I'm like laughing because Ian Somerhalder's on it, and I'm like, but you're a vampire. You're not a vampire, because he's like not a vampire in the show, and I'm like, but really, you're the real vampire.
Who else is on that show from like some other shows? Like I was like, did they mash up like
they mashed up like everyone for that show.
It's I like saw the picture and I was like, I forget who's all on it. I just remember seeing like the preview and I was like, that's him. And then there's some girl from, what's her face from Bitten? Is she on there? No, is it someone else?
Yes, no, Allena from Bitten, and actually Jeremy from Bitten is on there too.
So it's got all the supernaturals.
Yeah. So anyways, and like, because he's like, I'm a vampire count. I'm like, of course you are, because you're a werewolf. It was just hilarious. I was just like, okay, I need to like stop with the craziness. And I'm trying to think, I binge watched straight through something else too. Oh, right now I am going through the third season or fourth season, the third season maybe of what's it called? The Magicians. I think it's the third or fourth, whichever. That's the another one is on Netflix.
You told me to watch it. I've watched the first like little bit, and like the first few episodes were annoying.
Okay, so here's the thing. I started reading the book, and season 4. I'm going through season 4. So I started reading the book, and I couldn't handle it. It was so obnoxious. So I'm like, I'll watch the TV show and see if I like it. And I loved it. Like how dysfunctional. Like, in the book is not exactly the same, but really close to the TV show, or the TV show is really close to the book. But like watching it was different than reading it. Like reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so annoying. I can't stand it. And watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are so annoying, but I love it. I can't stop watching it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a good one. I like it. But I'm like in the 4th season, so it's like crazy, crazy, crazy. But that's also one that I can only watch when Bella's not around, because it's TVMA and she's only 15. And there's a lot of like blood and gore and swearing. It's hilarious. Like the one girl in there is hilarious. She was on something else that I watched and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Margot. And I forget what it was that I was watching, but it's just kind of crazy, like all the people that are in all the different things that I've been watching. But those are the main things that I've been binging. Like I just went on Netflix to see what else I've been binging, but I can't remember.
I had caught up myself on Grey's Anatomy, but that was a couple weeks ago. I think right after Halloween, I saw like the Halloween episode. I don't know if there's any new ones. I could only get through
a couple of seasons of those, like binging that, and then I'm like, ugh. Like I have to stop.
It's a good show.
It is good, but I'm so mad at some of the stuff that goes on in that. Like it just bugs me.
Right.
Like I'm on season 6 maybe, or 7 or 8. I've been binging NCIS too. Like that's something I can watch with Bella around. So yeah. But I'm getting ready to start The Expanse. Jared was talking about it, and I have the book I'm on the wait list. I'm like 289 on the wait list, so it's going to be like years before I get that, because they only have one copy. I'm like, maybe if you have more than 100 people waiting for more than like 50 people waiting for the book, and you only have one, you should purchase another one. Or I don't know. Yeah, and I mean, I get that it's a library and they don't have a ton of books, but anyways. That is one that Jared was saying was really good. Jared's our brother, for those of you who haven't been watching us.
That he is.
And then actually over Thanksgiving, Jared, Lauren, which is our sister-in-law, and Madison were talking about anime to watch. And so I added a bunch of anime to my watch list, and I started watching one called Little Witch Academia, which Jared said was like Harry Potter, but girls, different. Like, you know, so I started watching it, and it's kind of cute. The screechy high voice that they dubbed is kind of annoying. And that's just showing my age. Yay, you finished. So I only watched 2 episodes and it was good. So, you know.
It's a little small. It's not as big as the other ones.
Maybe you just have a big head.
No, so shut up. So all the other ones I used Karen 1 pound, and the yarn is way thicker. So this one I went back to the regular stitch count, which is 86. I had been doing 72 or 76, I forget.
Yeah,
on the bigger ones. And then and I started with 7s and did the hat in 8s, which the other ones I was doing it in 8s and 9s. Anyways, so it feels thinner, which it obviously is because the yarn's thinner.
Yeah.
But it fits, so I'm good. And it's the last one, people.
Woo-hoo! And with that, I think we're gonna let you go. You need to finish it for tonight, right?
Yeah.
Is the
this one specifically is their Rush youth group is the last one before Christmas is tonight at 6. So I'm like, oh my gosh,
down to the wire. It's 1 o'clock.
Color later because like some of the teacher gifts they have till Friday. But
yeah.
No. Anyways, yes, I'm excited to be done.
Yay!
Just have to attach palms.
Yeah, that's awesome. So with that, we are gonna let you guys go, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow. Yeah. So happy Vlogmas. We will see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.